Caden had already accomplished more than some people do in their entire lives. But during a game at Sussex College, Caden made sports history, becoming the first player with Down syndrome to score in a real college football game.
It was an extra point and an exclamation point. With the kick, Caden became the first known person with Down syndrome to play as well as score in a college football game.
He's just like beaming. I did it, Mom. My baby did it. I mean, they said he couldn't even go to college, and look where he is.
Damn, we need to put that man in the Hall of Fame. Now, we gotta talk about how a college player is dominating with one hand. Meet Alex Hurlburt, and he's been missing his left arm since birth, but that didn't stop anything for him, because Alex was able to train one arm to become ridiculously strong, which was enough for him to become one of the best linebackers in the state of Oregon, even winning the Conference Player of the Year. But the craziest part is, this man got a full-ride scholarship to play D1 football for the University of Montana. Now, what if I told you that there's a football player who lost their leg in the middle of a game? In 2014, Cody Casey was playing for Georgetown, and during a game, he was blocking a defender when he suddenly got hit from the side by another player, immediately breaking his leg.
It was really shocking, devastating at the time.
So he was rushed to the hospital, where doctors performed emergency surgery, and his leg was fine for a few weeks, but that didn't last long, because Cody's leg became infected. So doctors had to perform 9 more surgeries, but unfortunately, they didn't work.
It got to the point where, my leg muscles pretty much died, and that's when the doctors gave me the decision.
Doctors gave Cody the most important decision of his life. Either keep his leg, but it would never work again, or have it amputated. And after days of thinking, Cody decided that he'd rather have no leg than a dead leg. But it turned out, getting his leg removed actually saved his career, because he received a prosthetic that allowed him to run. And after 9 months of practicing, Cody rejoined Georgetown as a part of the kick return team, where on his first play back, he shocked the world. See, this is Jake Olson, and when he was just 8 months old, he was diagnosed with a rare cancer that caused him to lose his right eye. And then when he was 12, he lost his left eye the same way. But even though he was completely blind, Jake was determined to play football.
We went through a number of drills, and I said, oh my gosh, there's no way this kid is ever gonna, learn how to snap.
Truthfully, I really sucked the first time. So the coaches kind of just put me aside, okay, this kid's gonna be on our team, but he'll be playing left bench.
So every day, Jake would practice long snapping, doing hundreds of reps over and over, trying to get the timing and precision down. And when his high school season rolled around, the coaches couldn't believe it. Jake was the best long snapper on the team.
He kept practicing all these different drills. And finally, I started seeing some progress and said, oh my goodness.
They lined up all the long snappers, and I was snapping, and it was evident that I was the best.
And after an amazing season on varsity, Jake committed to USC, where in his first game, he did this.
So Jake Olson, how about this for an inspirational moment? He is out there snapping. Jake. Listen to the crowd. Look at the USC sideline. What a moment. Look at the excitement right there from Jake Olson.
I wish my man could have seen how perfect that was.
It wasn't really until I got to junior and high school when I started realizing that it's not really a disability, it's an advantage.
Well, look, there are players you wouldn't believe exist in the NFL, like Derek Coleman, because this dude made it all the way to the league, even though he was deaf. See, in football, hearing is everything. You gotta hear what plays the quarterback is calling, you gotta communicate with your teammates on defense. Hell, if you can't hear footsteps, you might get blindsided. So Derek had to invent an entirely new way of playing football by spending hours perfecting lip reading, figuring out exactly what play was being called, not only through helmets, but through mouth guards. And this paid off big time, because Derek became one of the best players to come out of California, earning a full-ride scholarship to UCLA. And in 2012, Derek made history, signing with the Seattle Seahawks and becoming the first offensive deaf player in NFL history.
You were the first person in the entire history of the NFL to play offense and be depth.
It wasn't really until I got to junior and high school when I started realizing that it's not really a disability, it's an advantage. I can turn people on and off whenever I want.
I'm talking about Haley Van Voris, and since she was 5, all she's ever wanted was to make it to the NFL. So she practiced every day until she was recruited by Shenandoah University, but not as a kicker, not as a punter, or even a long snapper. This 5'6", 145-pound girl is a safety.